Welcome back to the show, everybody. This is the Shankly Sessions, the Liverpool podcast. We bring you on the upper tier on YouTube, audio versions of the show are on Spotify, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. What a week it's been for the Reds. Brilliant win against Arsenal at the Emirates the other night, getting over that hump and getting to the Carabao Cup final. So off to Wembley we go, the 27th of February, but we need the park, the happiness and the thrill of that, of getting to a domestic cup final again. And we need to push on now and look towards Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. This is kind of the final hurdle we have to get over now. So after this, the boys will be returning from the AFCON as we take this break. So really important that we go out tomorrow and get the 3 points on Sunday. 2 p.m. is the kickoff. This is going to be a tough one. Selhurst Park, always a tough place to go. Tough old pitch to play on and stuff like that, but last couple of times we've been there, we've done okay, to say the least. Give them a right slap up there. That's 7-0 if you remember. But it's really important that we go out, we don't get caught up in the hysteria of the cup final that we've gotten to, and we go out there and do a professional performance, get the 3 points, and then go off on this break with a really good January, which in recent times has been quite a tough month for us. If you look at the dynamic of it, really, Vieira, who's in there, who's doing a really good job for Crystal Palace. He was one that I tipped that would struggle at the start of the season, but he's definitely proved me wrong. But up against Klopp, but we've noticed this week, like, there's a number of players back in training. We noticed Harvey Elliott's back in training, stuff like that. Now, whether he would risk young Harvey in a game like this that's quite physical, or whether we'd wait and let him get a few more weeks training under his belt before he comes back in, I think February the 7th or the 8th is our next game or something like that. But yeah, it's going to be a big one, and it's definitely 3 points that we need. We will have the benefit of seeing what Man City have done, because they're playing ahead of us. I think they're the 5:30 game today against Southampton. If you look at current form at the moment in the league, Crystal Palace, 2 wins, 2 draws and 2 losses. Bit of a Noah's Ark there, very much a mixed bag. If you look at their form, it's the same in all competitions, obviously. Liverpool, our form at the moment, 3 wins, 2 draws and a loss. And our form in all competitions is 3 wins, 2 draws and a loss, so pretty much the same. But we are coming off the back of a good win against Brentford and a really good win against Arsenal. Looking at team news, Wilfred Zaha, Jordan Ayew and Cheikhou Kouyaté are all missing, busy with the African Cup of Nations. But Ayew might return. I don't know whether that's a positive or negative for Crystal Palace, because he's been really poor. But he returns after Ghana got eliminated. We know Thomas Partey returned for Arsenal, and we know how that turned out on Thursday, but we'll move on from that. Michael Olise will expect another start up front, and they'll potentially play Christian Benteke, I would imagine, especially with the history with the club. So he'll push for his inclusion. James Tompkins and James McArthur are in the treatment room, so I'm not sure whether they're available for the Eagles. And Butland prepares to hold his place against Vincente Kouyaté. So yeah, he'll no doubt he'll hang on to his place there in nets. For Liverpool, we know Mo Salah, Sadio Mane and Naby Keita are all still at the AFCON duty. There's optimism about Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He went over on his ankle, but Klopp mentioned yesterday in his press conference he's back running, but they're going to need to monitor it and they're going to need to keep an eye on it. They're not sure what that means in terms of being ready for a match and stuff like that. So he may or may not be available, hopefully. We know Thiago's out, Nat Phillips is out, Divock Origi is out. We've seen, as I said earlier, Harvey Elliott has returned to full training with the side. We've seen the videos coming out there with Klopp and stuff, and the joy of Klopp having him back, and for him being back. So maybe he might start on the bench tomorrow. You never know. Maybe it's come a bit too soon for him. Maybe he doesn't want to risk him. Maybe he'll hold off till after the break and get another couple of weeks training under him. But we shall see. But certainly it's going to be a tough L game, but a tough battle, as it always is against Crystal Palace, and a tough place to go. So it's back to London we go. We just finished with the Emirates. We book our place at Wembley, and now it's back again for Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace possible lineup: Butland, Ward, Anderson, Gehi, Mitchell, Schlupp, Hughes, Gallagher, Olise, Edward and S.A. Edward, the boy Edward's having a fabulous season. He's been really good for Palace. Kind of took the league by storm really in the early parts of the season, banging in a number of goals. For Liverpool, possible lineup: Alisson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk, who under Mata Blues out his place there to Konate. He wasn't great against Arsenal during the week there, but we never know. Robertson, Henderson, Fabinho, Jones, Jota, Firmino, and Minamino. So that's a question. Minamino's up there now. Does he put Minamino in there? Will he continue with Cade Gordon, which I would love personally to see get more time under his belt and more experience? Or would he even risk Harvey Elliott? Who knows? Maybe Harvey Elliott may be included in the matchday squad, maybe from the bench. But I would certainly be using Cade Gordon before I'd be using Minamino at the moment. In terms of prediction, I'm going to go for a 3-1 Liverpool win. I'm just hoping the Reds can, just get out of here, get a win and get into that break. And then we have the opportunity to bring our whole squad back again. And maybe a few players even back off injury come the first week in February. So it's just get in there, get the win. Can't afford to drop any more points. Every league game now is like the cup final with Man City with the gap that they have. So we have to try and maintain that gap or shorten it if possible until we find that we're going to play them. But yeah, 3-1 win. Hope we can do this and send us off into a real good break. And it will have been a very decent January for us, reaching a cup final and also picking up a couple of good wins in the league. Till next time, Red Men, this has been your Crystal Palace versus Liverpool preview. And we will be back tomorrow afternoon with a match reaction and player ratings. Let's do this, Red Men.